Manti Te'o is a linebacker for Notre Dame. Now, the reports that came out with him and a girlfriend he had were published by Deadspin, saying that it was a hoax and that she is fake. The story goes, well, many media outlets reported it, that his grandmother died, and then within the span of 24 to 72 hours, 2 days, 3 days, even 4 days, depending on which media outlet is your choice, then his girlfriend, who he met back in 2009, suffered from leukemia and died. But according to Deadspin, if you bought into that, well, you're a sucker. According to the South Bend Tribune, in 2009, Te'o met Lennay because she went to Stanford, supposedly, after the Stanford-Notre Dame game. In his article, Eric Hansen wrote, and I quote, by the way, this article was taken down for some reason, suspicious activity there. Here's what he wrote. Lennay Kekua was a Stanford student and Cardinal football fan when the two, as in her and Te'o, exchanged glances, handshakes, and phone numbers that fateful weekend 3 seasons ago. Kekua, 22 years old, was reportedly in a serious car accident. She also supposedly graduated from Stanford. Annette Santiago's obituary is posted online through Deadspin's article. According to the Social Security Administration, the SSA, there was no record for the death of Lennay Marie Kekua. There was no obituary, no funeral announcement, no mention in the Stanford newspaper. There's no record of Lennay Kekua in an auto accident. The Stanford Registrar's Office has no records of her enrollment at the university. There's no record of her birth even. Deadspin then uncovered that the pictures that she was using as her Twitter avatar are not of her. Now, Deadspin tracked down the woman in those photos, and apparently it is a woman from Torrance, California. She said to them on a phone, and I quote, "That picture is of a picture of me from my Facebook account." This is interesting. According to Deadspin, her Twitter handle changed 3 times. At first, it was at Lova Love You from 2011 to April 2012, at Lennay K from April to September of 2012, at Love MSMK since then. Now, there's a picture of her holding up a sign that reads MSMK. Now, the reason for that was because it was taken for an old high school friend who approached her on Facebook, who basically said, please take this picture holding up MSMK because my cousin was in a car accident, a serious car accident, and I saw your photos before. I thought you were cute. Will you hold this up to put together in a slideshow for him, to support him? And obviously, as a nice person, she did it as a favor. So then she started Googling Lennay Kekua. She obviously noticed this photo on Twitter of her, and she called up this classmate, and she told Deadspin, and I quote, he immediately began acting weird. And then he wound up saying, don't worry about it. The photo was then taken down from at Love MSMK's Twitter page. Now, this is where it gets a little weird. Roniah Tuiasosopo. He was a standout high school football player. The song Ignite, which is on his YouTube channel, was plugged on Twitter by Manti Te'o. Manti even tweeted at him and wrote happy birthday. We turn to another source that Deadspin points out in their article, and they call her Frida. The source told Deadspin that Tuiasosopo and his family were on the field in Los Angeles during the USC-Notre Dame game, November 26. Roniah's Twitter has now been deleted, but Deadspin caught one of his tweets, which I will read to you. Great night with my bro at MTEO5, obviously Manti Te'o. Deadspin also reports that Roniah Tuiasosopo had been in a car accident 1 month prior to Lennay Kekua surfacing. Deadspin also said, we spoke with friends and relatives of Roniah who asserted that Roniah was the man behind Lennay. He created Lennay in 2008, one source said, and Te'o wasn't the first person to have an online, quote, relationship with her. One Mark, who had been, quote, introduced to Lennay by Tuiasosopo, lasted about a month before family members grew suspicious that Lennay could never be found on the telephone, and that wherever one expected Lennay to be, Roniah was there instead. It also gets a little fishy when Lennay's sister pops up on Twitter, and who's the first person to give her a shout out? Manti Te'o. A few weeks later, to no surprise, that account was deleted. And since then, Manti has deleted the tweets directed towards Lennay's supposed sister. The friend of Roniah told Deadspin as well that many of the pictures on his now deleted Instagram were of him and Manti Te'o. Brian Te'o, Manti Te'o's father, was quoted in that same South Bend Tribune piece, and I quote, they started out just as friends. Every once in a while, she would travel to Hawaii, and that happened to be the time Manti was home. So he would meet with her there. But within the last year, they became a couple. It was also noted through many media outlets that not only did they meet in Hawaii, but they took vacations together, and they met in 2009. Notre Dame's statement, I'm not going to go through it all, but I'll read a little bit to you. On December 26, Notre Dame coaches were informed by Manti Te'o and his parents that Manti had been the victim of what appears to be a hoax. So let me get this straight. On December 26, Notre Dame knew about this whole, quote, hoax, but didn't say anything about it. Why exactly wouldn't you break this? The national championship game was on Monday, January 7th. ESPN ran a piece about Manti Te'o, the struggles he has had with his grandmother and his girlfriend dying. Jason McIntyre of thebiglead.com tweeted this: ESPN knew of Te'o's story for 10 days, had been reporting it, but could not confirm. Why would you run this piece if you knew that it wasn't real? So now Manti Te'o's statement. This is incredibly embarrassing to talk about, but over an extended period of time, I've developed an emotional relationship with a woman I met online. We maintained what I thought to be an authentic relationship by communicating frequently online and on the phone, and I grew to care deeply about her. If you loved this woman, okay, and you had a 3-year relationship, wouldn't you have gone to the funeral? I understand that she said that, you know, put football first. I understand that completely. But if you love this girl, you love her to death, then you would be at that funeral. Let me ask you this. If you have a girlfriend for 3 years, okay, 3 years, you don't video chat, you don't Skype, either Manti Te'o is completely insane and the dumbest person alive on the face of the earth, or he was in on it. My third option is he could be gay. It could easily be possible. Renee Atuiasosopo could be that person. Now, later tonight, the Big Lead put out an article from Reagan Maua, I believe it's how his name is pronounced, a fullback for the Cardinals, who basically said that he met her before Manti and that she is real. According to Yahoo Sports, on October 2nd of last year, listen to this. I'd seen the most beautiful girl I ever met, said Te'o, not because of her physical beauty, but the beauty of her character and who she is. Now this is where it even gets more weird. CSNChicago.com reports that on December 7th, while Te'o was in Orlando for the ESPN College Football Awards show, he received a call from a number he thought to be Kekekua's. Te'o answered the phone and the voice was that of the person he believed was Kekua. Only he also believed she had died 3 months earlier. That person told Te'o she was, in fact, not dead and attempted to restart the relationship. Now, Nev Schulman, the creator of Catfish, which is basically people who meet others online, they go and try to find them, they meet them, and it's not the person they are posing to be online. That's basically the main premise of Catfish. He has stated that he is in talks with the people involved. I'm sure more will come with that as well. So let me just get this straight one more time. They met in 2009. They took vacations together. He said that he met her, then he goes back on his word and says that, no, it was just an online relationship. Okay, what the fuck are you talking about, man? I don't like that Notre Dame didn't put out anything when they found out about this December 26th. I understand that there's a national championship game, but why would you let Deadspin beat you to the story when you already have it? One thing that they could easily do is release his phone bill records to indicate whether he had these 8-hour phone calls with her at night that went into the early morning. What's the motive to fake this relationship? You're a Heisman runner-up. You're going to be a first-round draft pick. You're going to get paid. I don't really know what else to say. I'm sure more will come tomorrow and in the upcoming days. Hopefully we hear from Manti Te'o. Leave a thought in the comments. If you want to try and decipher any of this, subscribe to TYT Sports.